February 4, 2021. 1:03 a.m. Lakewood Avenue, Seattle. Cold rain needles the windshield of a yellow cab idling beneath a flickering street lamp. The pavement glistens black like oil, and each flash of the lamp casts long, warped shadows across the empty sidewalk. The engine hums, the meter ticks, and somewhere in the distance, a freight train moans through the fog. Inside the cab sits Martin Hale, a 46-year-old night shift taxi driver, tired but steady, rubbing the strain from his eyes. He's about to finish his final ride of the night. He radios dispatch, voice thin with exhaustion. Picking up one more. Then I'm done. A figure emerges from the fog. Tall, hooded, steps soft, deliberate. Martin watches as the rear door opens with a hiss. The passenger slips inside without a word. The cabin light flickers, then dies. The cab pulls forward, tires whispering over wet asphalt. Minutes later, the onboard dashcam begins recording as it always does. Its footage, grainy, wide-angle, captures Martin adjusting the mirror, glancing at the hooded silhouette behind him. "Where to?" he asks. No answer. Only the soft breathing of someone sitting unnaturally still. The cab turns onto Harbor Street. Neon lights bleed across the windshield in streaks of blue and red. The rain intensifies, drumming like fingertips on metal. "Sir, I need an address." Then comes the first movement. The hooded figure leans forward, slow and deliberate, just enough for the camera to catch the edge of a pale jawline beneath the shadow. Martin stiffens. You can almost feel the air tighten in the back seat of that car, as if the entire city is holding its breath. Finally, the passenger speaks. "Just drive." His voice is calm. Too calm. The cab merges onto the highway, speed climbing. The wipers beat frantically against the downpour. The dashcam captures Martin's hands tense around the wheel. "Look, I can't." The man cuts him off. "You were at the pier last night." Martin's knuckles go white. His breath quickens. That one sentence drains the color from his face. The camera sees it all. I don't know what you think you saw," Martin stammers. The passenger's reply is a whisper sharp as glass. "You shouldn't have picked up that woman." Martin swallows hard. His reflection in the rearview mirror trembles. He opens his mouth to respond, and the footage ends mid-sentence, the video freezing on a frame where his lips have barely parted. At 1:34 a.m., Martin Hale disappears. Hours later, police find his taxi abandoned at the edge of an industrial dockyard, headlights still on, windshield wipers sweeping back and forth over nothing. The engine idles until the tank runs dry. The passenger door is ajar. Rainwater pools across the seats. But Martin is gone. Detectives begin with the dashcam. They play the final seconds over and over, analyzing shadows, facial angles, frame interruptions. Forensic analysts examine the audio waveform, searching for background noises, engine pitch changes, and environmental cues that might reveal location. Rain patterns, passing vehicles, anything. They conclude the video didn't glitch. It was manually cut. Investigators canvass the dockyard. Muddy footprints lead from the curb toward a chain-link fence, then stop abruptly, as if swallowed by the earth. No signs of struggle. No blood. No personal effects. No shell casings. Just the wind sweeping through rusted storage containers. Detectives interview colleagues, friends, family. Martin had no enemies, no debts, no suspicious activity. But one detail surfaces from his wife. He went to the pier last night, said he saw something strange. The pier, an old shipping terminal, represents the city's hidden underbelly. Smuggling, off-the-books cargo transfers, places where lights flicker out long before the police ever arrive. Detectives pull surveillance cameras from the pier. Most are broken, facing wrong directions, or mysteriously offline. But one angle, just one, captures the blurred shape of a woman stepping into Martin's cab the night before his disappearance. A woman carrying a heavy duffel bag. A woman who never appears again in any camera footage. The same angle also shows a second figure watching from behind a stack of crates. Tall, hooded, the same silhouette from Martin's final ride. Investigators widen the search zone. Drones scan the shoreline. Dive teams sweep the bay. Cadaver dogs track faint scents through old warehouses. Every lead ends in the same dead silence. Then, 1 week later, a dockworker reports something strange. In Warehouse 19, a condemned shipping hangar, someone has carved words into a wooden support beam. Fresh grooves. Sharp. Deep. I didn't see anything. Below the message lies a single taxi driver's ID badge. Martin's face stares back from the laminated plastic, the edges warped by moisture. For a moment, detectives stand motionless. The warehouse is silent except for the steady plink. Plink. Plink of rainwater dripping through the rotted ceiling. Dust swirls in the beam of a single flashlight, floating like unsettled ghosts. And in that dim, echoing space, the truth settles over them like cold fog. Martin Hale didn't just vanish. He was erased. As the investigation stalls, the dashcam's final frozen frame becomes the last known glimpse of him. A man caught between fear and revelation. Lips parted as if about to speak the one thing someone desperately needed him never to say. The case remains open. The city keeps moving. But on cold, rainy nights, when the docks fall silent and fog rolls across the water, fishermen still claim they sometimes see a lone taxi parked far down the pier. Engine running, headlights piercing the mist, and a single shadowy figure sitting in the back seat, waiting for the moment the footage cut to black.